welcome back to Steve's Place Down Under. It's another Saturday here. I can't say it's sunny because it was sunny. I worked this morning and it was nice and hot in there and the sun's booming, and now we want to do something at home. Looks like it's going to rain, but we might get a little bit of time out of it. So today we're going to try and move all these tractors, all this prime equipment behind me here, backwards a little bit because I want to put all the trucks on this side of the road because we've got plans for that side of the road. So let's go and see what we can start, see what we can push, and whatever will happen. Some of this stuff that I'm going to, I'll push a bit of it, like the old Blitz and that, you know, forklift and bits and pieces I'll push. Some of it you've seen going before, a lot of it you've probably seen going, but a lot of it I don't want to extinguish all my first starts either, because a lot of it's sat here for a long time, and I may exclude those from this video and do a separate video for those ones that haven't started for a long time. So there's an old Vibramax roller there, there's a Ford V8 side valve Blitz, the old float that you see us tow with the blue Kenworth, there's a forklift, there's a grader, there's a loader, an excavator, there's an Alice Chalmers bulldozer. Now it doesn't drive, so whether we leave it where it is or lift it with the excavator, I don't know. It's a HD7, it's about 7 tonnes, so it'll take some doing. But obviously the old crane you've seen, if anyone watched that last video, the old crane. I'm just doing some mowing now before we start it all, so I can move it all back into the shorter grass, and then when we'll poison or keep it mowing around it, because the effort I've put in down here is just 12 months ago it's non-existent again. I know that's a long time, but it was nearly 12 months to the day, so it's just grown up crazy. So we'll go and see what we can do. So I've got out my old trusty John Deere 345. I have got a zero turn, but we use for the lawns, but this is more of a solid deck on this one, and it's more tough for the bush and all the sticks and the longer grass down here, so I use this one. The bonnet was never on it when I got it, so I've never even looked for one. It runs fine, so I'm just trying to cut some grass. There's a bloke rents granny flat under my house here. He's been down just playing and he's done a good job, so I'm just going to tidy up a bit that's left and where we're going to park everything. So a bit of it will have to be started. Obviously can't push the excavator or the old loader, it's got a flat tyre. So it's all going to face east, and then I'm just going to make a circle around here with it, and all the prime movers will go where they are now. We're going to put a hard stand there though. We've got all this material out the back gate there lining the road either side of that, so we're going to cart it all down here with the Albion or that old Flintstone or the Acco. Might even get some help here, someone might come and drive something. I even got a tipper trailer here last weekend. For those of you who didn't see that episode, when I got the AOS 6 International here, I got a farm trailer with it. I'll give a couple $100 for this trailer. The tractor was donated, so go back and watch that episode if you haven't yet seen it. There'll be a first start coming up on it, and this is a tipping trailer. Like I said, it's a Dean, an older one obviously, but it does work. So trouble is with these, if you load them right up and you've got an old, farm tractors don't have real good brakes. If you've got an old two-wheel drive tractor or something, you can get yourself into a little bit of trouble with them. Four-wheel drive tractor would be okay, so then you've got 4 brakes really. If you locked a tractor in 4-wheel drive, you've got 4 brakes, but you can fit quite a few tonne on that, the way we load things here. So we may use it, or it just may be a another collector's item. Just while I'm going, if anyone still wants the old Austin, it will be going to scrap metal after I do a first start on it, so whatever it weighs, I'd take a couple $100 for it in parts, or I'll probably get a little bit more than that in scrap. It's got a load of scrap in the back too. Well, not scrap, but tractor parts. I'll see if I keep them or not. The old Bedford's gone. Nice bloke up in Tweed, near Tweed Heads here in Australia's taking it. He's coming down to get that when he can, so it's not in the way, but the Austin will be going. So got a tipper under it, PDO, if anyone's looking for parts like that. Good axle. It's got a burnt valve, I think, but it's complete, just shot. Just the cab's shot, the tipper's rusted out, but I'm sure there's a lot of good parts for someone that wants it. So just email me or comment, or Facebook or Instagram under the same name, Steve's Place Down Under, about it if anyone wants it. If not, it will be getting cut up. The last 3 times I've tried to pump the tyre up on this old Clark loader here, this bloody thing hasn't started. It's a GS 160. Every time I go to pump it, like it works everywhere else, everything I've gone to do, but every time I come down near this, I went to do another video for you a while back and I ended up giving up. I was going to dig something out with it, but I used the tractor, well, the farm tractor with the loader on it to do the job rather than, and I didn't end up filming because this wouldn't start. And I've used it since, but now it won't go again. So I've just raced up to the Great Wall of China I got up there and got another coil off one of those. So I'll see what happens now. Just got no spark. So if you weren't familiar with what the Great Wall of China is, here it is here. It's a wall I've made of, oh, there might be a genuine one here and there, but mostly Chondas, made in China. Copy of a GX 160. I've just gone down to fit it and the rain's getting worse. I don't think it's going to happen today anyway, but we can get this going. I'll just show you in here. I don't know why they do such silly things, these manufacturers. You think they'd all be the same. Now look at the difference here. Unbelievable. Didn't even think it'd be different. It was just the way I went, and then no, it's not the case. So take your pick, I guess. Any one of them. This one here I actually bought brand new for a project I was doing when I was, oh no, 15, 18 years ago. A go-kart I was building, sat outside ever since. It's got about half an hour on it. That's probably rooted though. So just pick one. There's one here with the cover already off it. I might use it. Okay, so obviously got it going. I didn't film it. Years ago we cleaned out a container at work and they used to throw all the ones away that went under water, and I was sitting in the container for years, so I ended up bringing them home and I just pulled the coil off that. The engine and the pump were seized, but I pulled the coil off it and she was a bit muddy and rusty, but it worked fine. So you'll obviously hear it in the background. This old tyre's going up here now. Should have happened years ago because she's starting to crease up, and I can't imagine a tyre like this being too cheap. Probably won't move it straight away, but it's just one of them things I wanted to get done anyway because of the way she's been sitting and what it's doing to the tyre. You just come down here and you that thing won't start, so you just, well, by the time I fix that, I would have lost interest, sort of thing. You've got to push yourself to do all this stuff. Because it doesn't have to happen, you've got to push yourself a little bit. There is a video on this particular machine of me starting it up and how I got it and what was done to it, if you just want to go back and search through the channel for that. The Clark, Michigan, I think it's a B. Yeah, it's a B. Clark, Michigan 35B. They come out with 353 Detroits and Isuzu. This one's got the Isuzu D500 in it, which is basically the same as the 6BB1 looking at them. There would be a difference, but I'm sure that's, yeah, I'm sure they'd fit. I've got a spare one up there actually out of an excavator, but because this one was dusted. Okay, I'll see if the tyre goes up on the new tractor. It looks a bit wild, but as long as she holds there. Bit wary of pumping these old things up. You don't know what the wall's like in them. Providing they've got a tube, they're a tad safer, I guess. Got the Steve's place down under the valve in it too. She's bugger stuck in. Maybe I could probably may as well fix it. I've got valves up the shed. I'm sick of going up there though. Okay, I just waited for that compressor to stop. She ran good. I was just pumping the tyres up on this tractor here, pumped the front one, all of them actually, they were all down a bit, and away she went into the tree. Didn't hurt nothing, she only went that far, but she's obviously all free and rolls good, nothing stuck on or anything. That I just noticed, when I dropped it off, that wheel seal's leaking there, which is perfect. That's just how we want them. Bit of oil run there, that'll probably stay like that forever. Will not be restoring it because I like it just how it is. We'll get it going, and I've got the blade for it, it's in the trailer. That's an International Harvester actual implement, that, so that'll be staying on there. The bodgy ones I don't keep, but that certainly will be staying there, so probably not overly handy not being able to tilt it, but you know, they hold their place, I'm sure. So he's got a little chain block there. I might actually use that to pull her up, and then Dad's bringing the forklift down to move a bit of this stuff, and we'll probably tow her into position. Now we're going to try and start the old Clark here, see what she does.
Hey?
Filming.
Just blow it.
Tell me when you're going to wind it.
Alright.
Yeah. It's a bugger, everything.
Used to start all right.
Oh, it did, on and off it does. It's been dusted, bloody thing. We've got plenty of air in it, even though it's hard. Alright, try.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh man. So to see the full story on this one, go back and you'll find it back through the episodes, but one of the earlier ones. Long story short, it was dusted, pulled apart when I got it, and I just basically bodged it up, put it back together. So, and we've done, I don't know, a few hundred hours with it, moving a lot of stuff around here, and it's done good. So, but it sat there for 18 months or something. The lever's stuck in her. It's got cables from the lever down to the control valve, and that one seized up for the bucket up and down. So I got one off a I've got an Allison automatic on a V8 Cummins in an ACO, and I pulled the selector out of it, selector cable out of it, and that's what's on there, but it's a bit long. Seems to seize back up. Everything works on it. She's got a little bit of movement up and down in the hitch. It doesn't bend, just the up and down movement. I've done a lot of work with it here. I got that off John, who owns that old float there. And I got the tractor off. So those of you who saw that episode. Needs a cable putting in it by the look of it. Can't lift the bucket up, like I said. It's always been a bit hard to use, even with that good cable in it. Okay, next we're going to move this Galleon 503 grader. It's for those of you who want to see that, it's got I grafted a Toyota Land Cruiser engine in it, which is a 2H turbo. There's a couple of episodes on how I did that, if you interested in seeing that. This is something we use on the roads, fairly common. It should go straight away. It's been a while, but it's been a couple of months. Those of you who watch Diesel Creek, his is exactly the same, but a petrol or gasoline one, same model. This was a diesel. It threw a leg out of bed, which is a conrod through the side of the block. So rather than find another one, I just grafted this in. Wasn't a real common engine to start with. But for all that information, search back and you'll see how it all happened. What's it flat?
I'll go with that blower.
There you go, look at that. It was out of a 60 series, about a 1984 model that come out of. Only thing not working on is the brakes, which I have got a plan to fix fairly easily. He sounds good too. Nice whistle to her, straight off the turbo. I don't get a turn of drive and anything when Dad's around. He's on them. You got to get straight on them. That engine's got a bit under 900,000 original kilometres on it. It's never been touched. Had the turbo fitted aftermarket. She started using a bit of oil on longer highway runs, so we put a later model out of an 80 series into it. On a bit of an incline here, so she's hard to stop where we want her. It's got the blade close to the ground. She works really good. You can lean the wheels, you can do everything a grader does. You can't get her up out the side and do big batters or anything with it, but well, you probably could after a few adjustments, but you don't need to do that. The only thing it hasn't got is blade tip. You can do it manually with those bolts, but it's sort of set where it works good. So I haven't yet hooked that up to a cable. It had all this electronic control bloody thing on it, and I got rid of that. I just put the cable straight to the throttle. So that's that one moved. That is used regularly, that's why it's started so easy. When I say regularly, 3 or 4 times a year, but that's regular here compared to all this other stuff. So next we've got to move this tractor, that forklift, that trailer. There's a bit. We can't move the Komatsu yet. She blew a hose, but you'll see that on I'm doing a separate episode on moving that one because it sat there so long, so that'll be a will at start. And it just blew a hose. All right, now we're going to move this into, we'll just roll it down into here.
You can steer it, you're stronger in the wind.
She should bloody just roll itself around there. She got the back on the seat, this one. Oh, the wheel's fucked on her. I've got the wheel. I think that wheel there's loaded up where she bloody...
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, it will have, yeah. I think she's been steered for a long time, properly.
One go. Right line, right?
Oh, she's in a hole.
Give it a shove. You want a shove?
Oh yeah, but just that.
There, you won't see the berg in it. Don't you?
Oh, I want to see it. It's part of it all.
No, if you go forward, you won't see it.
No, that's what I mean. It
I'll
needs.
leave it there.
It's just I was going to leave a mower gap there. Pretty good little trailer that. You can see it's got different wheels, but the ones off it are up there. Well, they're close. We'll make them fit, but it's fine how it is. I'm not restoring it. Might come in handy. Probably thinking they're leaving a big gap, but it's good to put the mower up between them. We'll probably poison round under them all, just round up, and then at least you can get the mower in there without squeezing in. There's plenty of room here. Got one end on it. Hold it. Well, we got the old Blitz here. Show you inside of her. Got the old side basher V8 in her. I never had this one going, the engine's stuck. I've got ATF in the cylinders, have done for a couple of years now, so got a couple of Chev ones. If you go back and you can see that one running, one of them anyway. This is a Ford, they're the same cab but different running gear, so all made for the Commonwealth. Okay, we're going to move the, what is she, a Dynapack? Yeah, Dynapack.
Yeah, Australian, isn't it?
Oh, it's got Sweden written on the...
Sweden, isn't it?
She's got the single cylinder lister in her.
Oh yeah.
Got this off John too. I was rolling the driveway up at my house one day with her up the hill. I got to the top and changed direction, and she popped out here. This is a high and low range thing, and there was no spring on it, and there's still not. She jumped out of gear and away it went backwards. And I stayed with her for a bit and lined it up so it didn't go to next door. I just lined her up with her out in the middle of the paddock, then jumped off it and rolled my ankle. I couldn't walk for a week. I was in bed for a week. Had to crawl back, crawl down to it because it was still vibrating and the revs were right up on her, and crawl down through all the pine needles and shut her off, and then try and get back up to the house somehow. So anyway, it didn't stop us from using it. We just overcome it. We can. You'd want a four-wheel drive tractor. The Albion.
Yeah. You going, isn't it? All good.
Yeah, I've got a boost. Shane dropped a booster off for it the other day. Front one. That's all it needs. Let's try it there. Of course, yep. Go. The brake work. I don't think I pressed record then, but anyway, she's there. Yeah, she's there. Does a good job. We vibrate all the rotor mill down here in the sheds and the driveways and everything with it. Whacks it down pretty good for an old machine. We're just going to knock this grass down here, and back that old crane in here, and that'll probably do for today. It's getting late. We've got to go out tonight, but. Doesn't cut as good, that one. That's why I brought the other one down before. Apologise for that. Here I am talking and giving you a big commentary on it, and I wasn't recording for some reason. I don't know why. As you want to see this crane going, I do apologise. I'm down on myself, I really am. Drove in here, I don't know why I didn't press record. I set it all up and everything just walked off. Anyway, she did run, she's back in here. don't think this one rolls. I think I may have to drag it, but we'll see. Sure, the back axle is locked up. Might be just one wheel. Okay, we got those two Hommy trucks moved. As I said, this one here is available if anyone wants it. If not, it will be getting cut up after I do a first start on it. A couple hundred will get it, which is probably worth more in scrap. If not, that's what I'll do with it. Probably move the old Austin, because we're going to move all that roofing iron, which is up behind them trees, to this position here, where there will be a shed going in the future. I will now mow that section next to the old steel weld crane there, and I will probably go and get the Chamberlain crane going, the first one from the circus, to move this. I don't know what it's called, but this Ditch Witch machine here, this trenching machine. So I'll just put it somewhere. I could use the forklift, but I'll try and involve that other crane too, because I want to bring it down here. There's that many tractors up near the house. Try and scatter a few about. Okay, we're going to try and flash this old girl up. She needs a bit of water and oil, but we'll run her up to the shed. It's got enough to get it up there. It's been sitting here about 4 weeks, which isn't bad. If there's anyone watching, so I saw a viewer suggest that someone should sponsor me with batteries. Now, if there's anyone watching that owns a battery shop or something like that, please give me a shout out. I'll be very, very interested. All I do is swap batteries and burn terminals out, and it's just so hard. It's not bad for sitting over 40 years. Now she just starts like that. Pretty good, really. We had to bleed her. She ran out of diesel. I didn't even check it because we haven't been using it. So I thought there'd be enough in it, but I was wrong. Not going to do it. This is just a test. Doesn't look like she's going to work. I don't know what it'd be in that, probably a ton. Nah. It was only a trial. I was just going to bring it, park it down here. I thought I'd try and lift it. It's a long way out. Back here it probably would. It gets the dust off the ground, then it stops. With the forklift, it's only a test. So she's not going to do it. That hook is right out. I need a couple of spanners to move it because there's a 3/8 UNF bolt in there that's gone rusty to move that pin. So it would easily further back, but then it's going to be, oh, there's a hole about 300 back from it, and then the next one's probably a metre. So by the time it moves back there, you won't be able to swing it. But I think she'd max out about a ton, maybe a bit less. But, you know, I don't know relief settings on it. I don't know, you know, it's not those cylinders, but that's a big distance from the cylinders to that hook. So I'm just going to use the forklift. I had to bring it down here to park it anyway, so thought I'd try it on the way past. Okay everyone, that's going to do this episode. Sorry for not pressing record on a few of those things. Just trying to fit it all into one day and you just forget. Anyway, thanks to those wonderful Patreon members, and it really means a lot. I've got 12 now, 13. There was another one through the week, so thanks very much, and click the like button, please subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next one.